college. Respected dignitaries, it gives me immense pleasure to stand before you all. So today's topic is Vision and Scope of Indian Constitution. I will take 1 10 seconds to tell about India. Mera Bharat Mahan, from this everything comes. Mera Bharat Mahan, usme mera Bharat superior, nobody superior. No racism, no casteism, nothing. We all are Indians. Firstly we are Indians and lastly we are Indians. And the scope of Indian Constitution, sovereignty, sociality, economically and stability. These are the scopes of Indian Constitution. Sovereignty, you have the own power to choose your own supreme. You have the right, you have the duty to choose the right person for your Prime Minister of India, where the whole world salutes him. It's all because Indian Constitution is drafted by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, in which equality is given to each and every person, from the Dalit to the rich, from the downtrodden to the rich. Each and every person is given equal rights, equal opportunities to prove themselves, to stand in the country and to prove yourself. Indian Constitution is not only for downtrodden people only. It gives importance to each.
Prem Narendra, who was the person Prem Narendra who wrote the Indian Constitution in peace by his hand. It is calligraphed in 2 languages, Hindi and English. Constitution of India is one of the longest and largest constitution in the world. It is of a preamble. What does this preamble justify? We all heard, and dignitaries also gave the preamble as much as respect and as a government. This preamble states that we, the people of India, solemnly resolve to constitute India into a socially secular, sovereign, democratic and republic, and to secure all its citizens. It has 4 main parts. 4 main. Those are the 4 main wheels of the Constitution. The first one is justice. Justice of economic, social and political. Liberty of thought, expression, faith and worship. Dignity. Let me pose one more question. We all know that this is framed. The Constitution is handwritten, but us Indians, citizens of India, think it as a living book. Yes, Constitution of India is a living book. Constitution of India is a total of 448 amendments divided into 22 parts, 12 schedules and 5 appendices. It constitutes over 1.46 lakh of words. This constitution, its total expenditure was 6.4 billion rupees in the era of the colonial period. And it took so much hard work. It's not easy for a constitution from paper to come.
Justice? Not yet. We let alone all these things in our very own district, in our very own state, Karnataka, Kolar district. Not even a month ago, there was a murder of Kartik Singh, a 17-year-old student. He is of our age, my age, your age, and he was brutally killed by other guys of his own age. Do we have justice for Kartik Singh? No. What is the vision of the Constitution? The vision of the Constitution is justice and equality for everyone. Do we have is to maintain the peace in the country and run the country peacefully. Right to religion. We talk about right to religion, even though every single citizen is given the right to choose their own religion. People still fight on the basis of religion. People burn down towns, people burn down houses, people burn down other living beings in the name of religion. Where is peace in the country? Where is equality in the terms of religion? The underprivileged and the depressed classes are still discriminated so much. We are living in the 21st century and we still do not have all the rights. We talk about right against exploitation, which means sexual harassment or child labor will not be tolerated in our country. Child labor. I guarantee you, walk down to any hotel you find by the day and you will find a 10-year-old boy washing the dishes there or doing the dishes there. Why doesn't that child have a right to education? That child can study and make something progressive out of his life. Who knows? He might have the potential of becoming the next Baba Saheb Ambedkar. We talk about sexual harassment. Sexual harassment will not be tolerated in the country. I guarantee The main vision of the Indian Constitution is equality and justice. Equality and justice to every citizen of the country, irrespective of their caste, gender, race, sex, or any other background. The Constitution of India has many fundamental rights. Few examples of fundamental rights are like right to equality, right against exploitation, right to religion. The Constitution of India is fair and square to every citizen of the country and does not encourage discrimination on any barrier. The Constitution has equal rights for the underprivileged caste as well as the upper caste. It has equal rights for men and women irrespective of their gender. I spoke about fundamental rights, right to equality, right against exploitation, right to religion. Let's go deep into those fundamental rights. Right to equality. I asked the audience a simple question. In our house, who do you think has more privilege of taking decisions? Your mother or your father? Obviously your father.